Ekaterina Gordeeva. My husband was Sergei Grinkov. Together, we were world figure skating champions, winners of 2 Olympic gold medals. We were young and in love, and suddenly he died. He was only 28. His memory lives on in my soul, and that of our daughter, Daria, who reminds me so very much of Sergei. With us, everything was natural. First, we were skating partners, then close friends, then we became lovers, husband and wife, mother and father. They used to say of Sergei and me that when we skated, our hearts beat as one. This was true in our life as well. When his heart stopped, mine was broken forever. I write this now for Daria and for you, so you and she will know about our love. This is our story, the story of Gordeeva and Grinkov, the story of my Sergei.
November 1995, Lake Placid, New York. The cast of Stars on Ice, a professional touring company of figure skating's best. Scott Hamilton, Christy Yamaguchi, and Paul Wiley, to name just a few, have assembled here to rehearse for a new season of shows.
When we're doing this circle, the back circle, I still see people like cheating in, like they're afraid that it's not gonna circle.
Among them, the renowned Russian pair skaters, Gordeeva and Grinkov, Katya and Sergei. Their elegant classic skating works magic on audiences everywhere. A romantic, emotional style has made them a breathtaking sensation. Now their skating reflects a new maturity and passion. In life and love, they have found fulfillment and joy. This autumn, Katya and Sergei are enjoying long rehearsals with good friends and cherishing family time with 3-year-old daughter, Daria. On the ice, Sergei is battling a recurring back problem. But superb athlete that he is, Sergei trains hard, and all seems well.
He was probably in physically the best condition I think I've ever seen. He was huge. He was working out like 3 times a day on the back machine, trying to get around the nerve problem he was having. He was eating really well. He was, he was skating a lot, just doing the basic stuff, not to stress his back. They were doing lifts that were getting around the injury. I mean, they're doing everything right.
Monday morning, November 20th. After a group rehearsal, Katya and Sergei moved next door to a smaller rink. With choreographer and longtime friend, Marina Zueva, they do a run-through of a new program completed just the day before. Halfway through, something strange is happening to Sergei.
Katya skated with him and she tried to ask him what's happening, but he don't tell her anything. He just slow going on the ice, very, very slow touch, hand eyes on the left side. And I saw Katya's face. She was very, looks like she very, very unusual afraid. And I right away go to other side. Even I didn't come to Sergei or Katya. I just go other side to rink and call 911, help, fast, fast.
And ran across to see what was going on. And I got there and that somebody had a respirator on him. He was blue. So my first response was just to put my hand on Katya's back and start praying. And then I just put my hand on Sergei's skate to pray, and it was just so limp, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, at the rink, it was just confusion and shock, not knowing what was going on. He was taken to the hospital, and all we can do is sit together in the hotel and wait to hear any news.
I just looked at the lake, and there was just a complete stillness over it. And I told Rosalind, I was like, the lake is holding its breath for Sergei. And we were too.
We end tonight with the sudden and unexpected death today of one of the greatest athletes in the world. Olympic figure skater Sergei Grinkov of Russia collapsed while practicing in Lake Placid, New York. Sergei Grinkov was just 28 years old.
In a single breath, figure skating legends Gordeeva and Grinkov, all that Katya and Sergei have created, is a memory. Suddenly, Katya is alone.
Nobody can imagine what she's going through. I mean, we can't. How can you even imagine what she's going through? And she's young, and she will find her way. And thank goodness she has Dasha to take care of, because I think maybe that will help just a little bit, to have somebody to take care of.
Keep her coming, couple more feet. Oh, have her done in a jiffy. Better open that window, lady. Good.
Always done your part to help schools raise money. Apply for a Target guest card. Use it and we'll donate 1% of the total to your favorite school. So schools get what they need.
Lunchtime.
And so do you. For more information, call 1-800-316-6142.
Lady, are you asleep?
Before, after, never before have you felt like this after. Fresh deodorant caress before you dress, and feel fresh long after. Fresh deodorant caress, same rich moisturizer, same caress softness, but there's gentle deodorant too, for a shower fresh feeling that lasts long after. Caress before. Fresh deodorant caress.
Road and Track called the distinctively redesigned Mazda 626 the best-kept secret in its class. But when you have a car that's this striking, it's bound to attract a lot of attention. The all-new Mazda 626, complete with built-in zoom. See yourself in the Mazda 626 for only $219 a month.
Now, kids are gonna love this. Schools are closed with over a foot of snow.
Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run to, baby.
You can't escape, but you can unplug with chocolatey Swiss mocha. So creamy, so soothing, your cares will melt away. General Foods International Coffees, it's how to unplug.
It's the moisturizer of the future.
L'Oreal invents Future E with 100% pure vitamin E and SPF 15.
It's more than an ordinary moisturizer.
With pure vitamin E, a known antioxidant, Future E does more than just soften.
It protects my skin.
Skin looks smoother in just 1 day.
I can feel it.
Healthier in just 2 weeks.
I can see it.
New L'Oreal Plenitude Future E.
Your skin's future? Take control, because you're worth it.
Teenage drinking and driving. You made a real bad decision when you decided to take a drink. How does a family face the deadly consequences? Promised land. Then, a human bomb threatens to turn a birthing class into a real blast. Holding a bunch of pregnant women hostage? This whole place is going up! On Diagnosis Murder, it's all CBS Thursday.
She was on top of the world at the last Olympics, but she fell hard. A behind-the-scenes look as Oksana Bayul battles back. 48 Hours, Thursday.
Brace yourself for a thrill a minute. Explosions of sound and color, incredible stunts. Look out, here comes the ballet. That's right, the arts enrich us all.
You were too young, Dasha, when your father died. He was a loving father and wonderful husband. He bought your first skates and held you in his arms. So all these things will not be forgotten. I now write them for you, from the beginning. I was born in Moscow on May 28, 1971. My mother's name is Elena. My mom was 19 when I was born. My mother was working at TASS, the Soviet news agency. My father's name is Alexander. He was a dancer, not a ballet dancer, but a folk dancer. Both my mother and father traveled much for their work. I spent most of my time with my younger sister Maria. She and I had a wonderful life growing up in our Moscow apartment.
The mighty Soviet sports machine demands a constant supply of young and eager talent. At the age of 4, Katya starts figure skating lessons, despite her father's dreams of her joining the Russian ballet.
She was able to fall in love with skating, but I had a dream that she would enter the Bolshoi Theater dance school. She did everything not to enter that school. It was clear that she didn't want to study there. We were left with ice.
It was completely impossible to find skates that fit her. She had such a microscopic foot. The smallest size that was produced in the USSR was 5 sizes too big. So my mother knitted special socks, which we put inside the boots. Then we made a kind of synthetic layering. To make a long story short, my kid started in skates that were way too big for her.
At Moscow's Red Army Sports Club, Katya begins training in earnest. There is a boy 4 years older than Katya who also hopes to be a figure skater. The son of 2 Soviet police officers, Sergei Grinkov, is a polite young man, tall, energetic, infinitely charming, and full of mischief.
I think in school he was a little bit like not very serious, taking serious the educational program, and he loved to have a lot of fun and just play around.
I would say he had no childhood like a normal kid usually does. When he was 5, he was placed in the Army Club School, and those crazy training sessions began. Even then, 2 training sessions a day. Then school was added.
I remember him competing as the single skater. That time we were competing in the, now it's former Soviet Union Cup between the junior, and I've been competing against him actually. So, and I beat him that time, and probably that was one of the last singles competition, because next time when I saw him, he was doing pairs with Katya.
A coach at the Red Army Club suspects that individually Katya and Sergei may not become champions, but put them together and their potential could be enormous.
And he explained to us all these little details. Of course, it was awkward, and I was nervous and also exciting, of course. Never even thought that I can ever be a pair skater. So the very first try as a pair skater was Sergei. It was amazing experience. The very first, we were very shy, which I didn't look at him at all. Didn't look at his eyes.
The first tentative steps towards their skating destiny come in 1983, an international debut in Sapporo, Japan.
エカテリーナ・ゴルデーバ12歳。男性はセルゲイ・グリンコフ16歳。
From the very first, Katya and Sergei bring something special to the ice, a spark of energy, an innocent, natural quality that sets them apart. They have a skill and presence beyond their years.
I was very nervous because we didn't skate well at all. We missed the jump in the short program, and then we messed up a lot in the free program because this ice ring seems for me very huge, and there was so many people watching me. It was just too much. I wasn't really upset actually when we got to the 5th place by the end of the free program, but it also was a lot of fun. This first competition in Japan was a real adventure for us, and it was feeling like vacation with my older brother. I wish I can make time go backwards, that today was yesterday, and yesterday was day before, until that time when Sergei and I were first time together, skating and working and talking, and so very slowly, without really ever thinking about it, falling in love. I remember the first gift I ever gave him, such a little thing, almost silly. My father brought me from Spain like a keychain. Looked like a little gun, and it can shot, even make noise. So I thought it was very cool, and since I'm a girl, I don't need this, so I gave this to Sergei, and it was on his birthday, and I was getting ready to give this gift a long time because I didn't know if I can do this, or so I was, like a little shy, but I thought he would like it, and he kept this chain. A year passed by since we were in Japan, and we trained a lot together, and we got to know each other much better on the ice and off the ice.
December 1984, Colorado Springs, their first trip to the United States. Katya and Sergei are anxious to demonstrate the dramatic difference a year can make. The world will see pair skaters with a natural chemistry on the ice, two performers beginning to develop into a force to be reckoned with.
After we won the competition, that was the first time when my feelings towards Sergei started to change off the ice, and I wanted to be with him after the competition, and I felt jealous that I cannot because I didn't feel like I can be his girlfriend or even close friend.
Katya's schoolgirl crush on her handsome partner is growing. Back in Moscow, she invites Sergei to her 14th birthday party.
He called me and said, Can you come up to the subway station? I have something for you. And so I came, I fly probably to the subway station. And I saw him there with a little, not little, it was huge dog, a toy, soft dog. And so he gave me this, and I was very surprised. I definitely didn't expect any gifts or anything from him. I was keeping this dog for a long time. I was always on my bed, and this dog called Grinya. It's hard for me to say what kind of a feeling Sergei had, but for me it was something very new and different.
But feelings must wait. The task at hand is victory. Victory for the state and victory for the Red Army Club. Eager for results in 1985, the Soviets assign as Katya and Sergei's coach, Colonel Stanislav Zhuk.
Zhuk was a very tough coach. His idea to separate us off the ice, so we won't have time to really think about anything else except training. But we grew together through this difficult time, and his idea didn't work.
Their rise in the figure skating world is fast and unprecedented. In the 1986 Soviet Championships, a second-place finish behind the defending champions. Then another second-place finish at the European Figure Skating Championships. Soon, they're poised on the edge of the toughest test of their young career, the 1986 World Figure Skating Championships in Geneva, Switzerland. Against overwhelming odds, at their very first World Championships, Katya and Sergei win. But it's victory with a price. The grief and turmoil they have suffered from their demanding coach, Colonel Zhuk, plus the pressure of high-level competition on the two young skaters.
I was very, very happy that the competition is over. And when I come back to the room, I started crying because I was very disappointed, because I thought that this is World Championship. You have this gold medal, and you're not happy.
Here, 14-year-old Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov.
I think we trained a lot through the whole season, and it was our first world, first European, it was first national for us. The whole season was overwhelming, overdrained, too many changes, too many pressure from our coach. And the thing we wanted, both of us, is just to rest and relax. And the world was too stressful for us.
Sergei said, I don't like skating. I don't like skating. And I said, then why do you do it? And he said, because I have to, it's what I do. But I don't like it.
For him, just train every day and compete and be with his coach 24 hours a day, it was too much. It was normal that he didn't want to skate. I even found out for myself that I had this feeling that I don't want to skate.
Hey, how fast can you get to McDonald's? Because starting Friday, 2 Big Macs are just $2, and 2 morning fresh sausage McMuffins with egg are just $2.
I'm up for that.
Did somebody say McDonald's? Proud to feed the world's Olympic athletes.
Peekaboo Street for chapstick.
I train a lot. Torture! Especially for my lips.
Chapstick Lip Moisturizer with vitamin E, a formula that protects to help heal chapped lips.
I'm not the lipstick type, I'm the chapstick type.
Lip Moisturizer from Chapstick.
Introducing a new world where a curling iron is now good for your hair, where the blast of a blow dryer makes your hair look and feel healthier. This is the world of new heat-activated Thermasilk. Thermasilk shampoos and conditioners have a revolutionary protein formula that's turned on by heat to actually improve the condition of your hair, and nothing looks more amazing than that. New Thermasilk. Where there's heat, there's healthy hair.
We're rolling back prices all over the place. Just look for the happy face. Always low prices, always Walmart.
We worry about too much TV.
eating too much candy.
But too much cold medicine, we had no idea.
Now, we've switched to Triaminic, so we only treat the symptoms they have.
And there's no chance of side effects from unnecessary medicine.
Triaminic lets you choose the right relief without the worry.
Through Valentine's Day, Zales has a dazzling selection of $99 gifts. Rubies, diamond earrings, even diamond hearts. Each just $99. Hugs and kisses will soon follow. Zales.
Kids grow really fast. Just blink and they're bigger. You know, so at Oshkosh B'gosh, we make clothes that grow with them. And if you're going to get a lot more wear out of them, they're going to get washed a lot more. So we suggest washing and Tide. Tide's designed with a special age-defying ingredient that helps moms extend the life of cotton clothes. When you look at these pants, it's like night and day. The ones on the left, washed in regular detergent, already look old. But the ones washed in Tide look more like new. It's important for us that the clothes keep on looking good. Tide is helping us do that.
My Sergei will continue.
4'10" Tara Lipinski stunned the figure skating world when at the tender age of 14, she became the youngest world champion in the history of the sport. Tiny Tara is known as a jumping machine who displays remarkable poise under pressure. Can these attributes deliver gold in Nagano? With 2 days to the opening ceremony, the Olympic torch makes its way to Nagano.
When I think about my life growing up, it still hurts. I was alone a lot, but I was lucky. Annie found me. She worked at the grocery store and could see I needed help. We just connected. She cared and made me believe I could be somebody. Now it's my turn.
Mentors touch lives. To become one, call 1-888-80-MENTOR.
Now, Elizabeth Arden reinvents the moisturizer. New Visible Difference Perpetual Moisture. With a breakthrough formula that actually helps skin recreate its own moisture continuously and reverses dryness in 1 week with visible results. New Visible Difference Perpetual Moisture from Elizabeth Arden. Seeing is believing. Your 7-piece gift with any $17.50 Elizabeth Arden purchase at Robinson's May.
Partners on Ice, lovers of a lifetime. Their story at 11.
For the Olympic Winter Games, the address is CBS.
Here we have the world champions, Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov. She's only 15, he's 19. They're sensational.
But everything is not sensational. Colonel Zook's behavior becomes more bizarre. He does not travel with them to their first event in the fall of 1986. They place second. Their celebrity gives Katya and Sergei a degree of power enough to oust Colonel Zook. In comes a kinder, more progressive coach, Stanislav Leonovich. Choreographer Marina Zueva joins the team to bring her unique vision of style and grace to the ice. They replace experience with compassion and friendship.
It was nice, and a little bit I wasn't sure if he has enough experience to coach us, but I thought that we have enough experience and we can make something great all together.
But new beginnings can often derail the best intentions, or at least delay the greatness. In the 1987 European Championships, the first venture for the new quartet, their inexperience proves that some lessons are better learned by the book and not at a terrible price in competition. During the free program, after a routine lift, a strap on Sergei's right pants leg comes undone. The referee blows a whistle telling them to stop. Katya and Sergei look to Leonovich for guidance. His impulse is for them to skate to the end. Sergei whispers to Katya, "Don't look, keep skating." Then suddenly the music is stopped. Katya and Sergei continue to skate the program element by element, cheered on by the crowd. The judges rule that Katya and Sergei must skate the program over. But it's too late. They're exhausted, and Leonovich agrees that they cannot and should not skate again.
The coach and the leader of the Soviet team are kindly asked to come to see
The final ruling, disqualification.
We just left right away and decided to not skate anymore. Next morning, we've met a lot of other coaches who said that you should have go and skate again, and there was a lot of talking about it. It was just something which we didn't know. The rules we didn't know. I think after this event, we realized that we didn't have much experience, and it was our mistake, all of us. It brought us more together, and especially Sergei and me started to feel closer to each other because we like one person.
Soviet Socialist Republics, Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov.
At the 1987 World Championships, Katya is just 15 years old, Sergei 20, and they skate the same program to near perfection. They win their second World Championship.
This was the competition, and I was feeling that I'm with Sergei and I'm with Stanislav, and Marina is watching us. I was feeling like we group. I was just very, very proud of all of us, not of me, actually, but of all of us. I was feeling that we're a team.
Once in a lifetime, this comes along when you see a pair team like that. They moved as one. Each one knew what the other one was going to do. It was magic to watch them. It was just fabulous.
Figure skating promoter Tom Collins invites Katya and Sergei on a skating tour of America. They're thrilled by the opportunity. Collins asks Canadian ice dancer Tracy Wilson to be young Katya's roommate.
I said, oh, sure, no problem. I'll look out for her. No problem. And that's what I think his concern was. He wanted to make sure she was kind of taken care of. And I remember after rooming with her for a couple of days thinking, oh, who's taking care of who here? She's a sort of person with an old soul. I think the inside is so grown up and mature in so many ways.
The tour endears these two likable Russians to the international skating family. A freewheeling life on the road is the perfect atmosphere for Katya and Sergei to become even closer. Some on the tour noticed the change.
They were very, very close at that time, and I noticed it. And although they weren't together all the time, I could see him looking at her all the time, and at times on the tour, I would see her staring at him, and my own observation, I thought, well, maybe there is something here that will come out later on, and it did.
So that was one day when we went to Disneyland. That day, I was just feeling that Sergei paying just too much attention on me. He just would hug me a little bit, get close to me, and that was probably the first time when I was feeling that this is not just a regular partnership, you know, hugs or something. That was just great feelings, and I do remember that day very well. There was something new and exciting.
Are you sure you can make turnovers, Dad?
I'm sure.
2 full.
It'll fit.
Mom doesn't do that.
Trust me.
With hot, flaky Pillsbury turnovers.
You've got it made.
Someplace where there isn't any trouble.
Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? It's not a place you can get to by a boat or a train. It's far, far away.
But you can get there and feel clean, healthy, restored. Trust Dial Antibacterial. Doesn't that feel better?
If you can dream it, you can do it. With the Crystal Light Refreshing Adventures game, you could win something you've always wanted to do, to be, to see. Play today. You could win instantly. Just match the barcode on your Crystal Light with the one in our ad in selected February and March issues of these magazines. You could win a $20,000 wish come true and make it as unique as you are.
Disney's Hercules is busting onto video.
Honey, you mean Hercules.
For a head-on collision with the evil lord of the underworld.
Name is Hades. How you doing?
It's Herc. Don't call me Jercules. Taking on 100 degrees in the Shady's Hades. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom.
Don't get too comfortable, Hades.
Herc is rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and crumbling.
That wasn't so hard.
But he could go all the way. You did it, kid. Disney's Hercules. Rated G. On sale now.
One anniversary card with 2 tickets to India inside, $3,500. Caravan to the Blue City, $64. Boat to the Palace on the Lake, $28. 25 years. More better than worse. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's Platinum MasterCard, with a high spending limit for the things that matter.
Nobody does it like you.
To deep clean your carpet and upholstery, you can get a Hoover Steam Vac Ultra and pay once. Or pay these guys
Nobody
every time.
does it like you.
Nagano, Japan opens her arms and welcomes the world. On Friday, the Olympic Winter Games begin with a spectacular opening ceremony, live. Saturday, it all comes down to one run, reaching speeds of 80 miles per hour. The world's fastest men on skis have just one chance to win Olympic gold. CBS carries live coverage of the men's downhill. Sunday, the power, passion, and poetry on ice of the pairs competition. CBS welcomes you to an event like no other. The Olympic Winter Games are about to begin. Share these unforgettable moments with the world.
Time was going by so fast, so many competitions, so many different cities. We lived everywhere and nowhere, it seems. Then suddenly everyone began talking about Canada and the Winter Olympics.
Fall, 1987. Time for all of the Soviet Union's elite athletes to dedicate themselves to a single goal. For Katya and Sergei, it would be the greatest challenge yet, the 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary. Only a gold medal would do. The Soviet team is moved outside of Moscow to an exclusive training center. Practices are long and hard. Downtime is spent in activity rooms and dormitories. Here, away from prying eyes, Katya and Sergei finally have a chance to open up to each other.
We had those quiet evenings when we can talk, and not about skating, of course, and just laugh. And so I was, that evenings were very dear for me, and I was thinking that I was also feel very proud that I can do something nice for Sergei.
Just when things seem to be going so well, unexpected calamity strikes. In practice one afternoon, Sergei hits a patch of soft ice. Katya takes a hard fall, is hospitalized, and suddenly the entire Olympic season is in jeopardy.
I was very upset the way it's happened, and I start to blame Sergei because I thought that we're gonna miss the whole year, we're gonna miss the national, European, Olympics, and just because the stupid ice, and I thought that he wasn't careful. And then Sergei came with a bunch of flowers, and that was the first time when I saw him so disappointed and nervous, and he didn't smile. He always smiled and so loose, and here he came with the flowers, and he's very upset, and first thing he says is sorry.
I never knew a young man could be so tormented. In the hospital corridor, he was blaming himself. He thought it was all his fault.
I remember very well that Sergei just kept sitting in the hallway and waiting for me. That was so amazing for me to see him, you know, with such feelings. He wanted to express his feeling, I think, to me somehow, and the only way it would be possible was on the ice. I was feeling this after I come back from the hospital, and after we start to skate, I was feeling that I have a man next to me who is holding me. He was holding me so tight now, like I thought that he's never gonna let me go, you know. I felt so great, and I felt that something changed in him in our skating, but I can definitely feel that he feels very much strongly and more serious about skating and about taking care of me.
Christmas time in Russia, a family holiday. For the first time since they began skating together, Katya invites Sergei to spend it with her family. Celebrated on New Year's Eve, there is a decorated tree, candles, songs, and presents. Katya gives Sergei a needlepoint she's been working on all year, a sad clown sitting on a park bench. Immediately after Christmas, they are off to Prague, Czechoslovakia for the 1988 European Championships, the last stop before the Olympics. They skate unevenly, out of sync, but even a less than perfect Gordeeva and Grinkov is enough Gordeeva and Grinkov to win. On the way to Calgary, Sergei reassures Katya, "Don't worry, we'll be ready."
I just remember that he was holding my hand during the flight, and this brought me some nice feelings about that I don't have to worry right now. I don't have to be already nervous about the skating or anything, and everything will be fine. And this is the way I always felt about Sergei. And as I said, that especially when he held my hand off the ice, it's mean that something very special, something very nice. I was feeling that he's mine. He's mine, and no one can hold my hand right now except Sergei.
Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Winning the pair's Olympic gold is a Soviet tradition. Since 1964, Russian duos have won the medal 6 times in a row. Now the pressure's on Katya and Sergei.
I was still nervous, but I was trying to be tough. And especially I had Sergei next to me. I was holding his hand, and I was looking at Stanislav, and he was very, very nervous. I can see it. And I thought that I have to skate well for him and for Sergei and for my family, because they're watching me on TV right now. I looked at Sergei, and he was calm as usually. It was amazing feeling. Very happy we did it well. Just happiness, and happiness that it's over and over well, you know, that we've done it. So after we went to this kiss and cry area, I saw Stanislav, who was smiling, and Sergei was smiling. And when they give us the medals, there was a great and happy moment, and just happiness.
After the Pairs event, it was late at night, and I went into the cafeteria to get something to eat, and there was Katya, and she was across the cafeteria, and it was like, Tracy, Tracy, and she had her medal, and she was jumping up and down with it, and it was like a toy.
Next day, I was feeling that it's like a little bit sad, because it's just you getting ready for this the whole, I don't know, 5-6 months, and then when it's over, you think it's too quick.
The sadness Katya suffers is compounded by frustration. Sergei goes to celebrate their victory with friends of his own, leaving Katya behind.
I knew that Sergei can be my very close friend, and he's the only person who I can go with, and he allowed me to feel this too, because sometimes he was very close to me and spend the whole day with me, and I will feel great and I will think that everything is wonderful, but then next day he would kind of forget about me and be with his own friends, and this would little upset me, but I couldn't say, wait a minute, why are you not taking me with you? Sometimes I was getting upset.
Back home in Russia, Katya's family treats her to a vacation on the beaches of the Black Sea. While she's away, Sergei sends flowers and a gift to Katya's apartment.
When he was thinking that he wanted to bring his attention to my attention, it's definitely something very special. Very romantic, very pure.
But when Katya returns to Moscow and the training center, a painful stress fracture in her foot makes her unable to skate. It will keep her off the ice for weeks.
I would go and see how Sergei skate every day. The one practice, he was jumping and did nice double axels and triple toes, and I was feeling very upset and jealous that I can't go and skate with him. And once he just come up to me and said, would you like to skate? And I said, of course I want to skate. And he said, let's go skate. He just take me on his hands and he just skate with me a little bit around the ice. And just make me feel that that I need him. Understand that I need him and we're together and we're still gonna go and skate and we will be great. He just let me feel that everything is just perfect and we're gonna skate, and if you're not gonna skate on skates, I'm gonna hold you all the time.
These days, most kids' juice drinks are made with so many scientific ingredients they hardly have room for any juice. Introducing Tropicana Bursters, 3 flavors of 100% delicious juice. Tropicana Bursters, perfect.
Do you like legs? Good, because right now at Red Lobster, a pound of hot, steaming snow crab legs is just $9.99. So walk, run, or crawl to Red Lobster.
I love you, honey.
What?
Do you have too much cholesterol?
Where'd you hear about cholesterol?
School, and they said a lot isn't good for your heart.
That's right.
Is that why we're watching what we eat now?
Yeah, like Cheerios.
An important new study shows that 3 cups of Cheerios whole grain oats a day added to a low-fat diet can help push your cholesterol down.
We're fighting cholesterol right now.
The one and only Cheerios.
Well, then have more, Dad. Guess what? I've got a secret admirer. So do I. Me too. I think it's Brian. I think it's Max. No, he eats pigs. Who could it be?
When you're nice on the inside, it shows on the outside.
Hey, Max, do you think it's from a girl? A girl? Hi, boy.
Hallmark Gold Crown, the store for people like you. Just out of the bag, 99-cent Valentine's Kids cards for all the kids in your life. Right now at Hallmark Gold Crown.
Presenting the possibilities of plastics. Plastics help save you from dents and broken bones. It helped protect my patella. They help save energy.
Thin light plastics. Fewer trucks. Less gas.
They help save you from being scrambled. They help save the soda. It help food stay fresher.
Brussels sprouts?
Plastics can even help save toddlers from trouble.
And this vest helps save my dad's life.
Plastics make it possible.
My Sergei will continue.
A child with a rare disorder.
Rasmussen's encephalitis.
You want to take out half my kid's brain.
If we don't operate, Carly will die.
All new Chicago Hope, CBS Next. Teenage drinking and driving.
You made a real bad decision when you decided to take a drink.
How does a family face the deadly consequences? Promised Land. Then, a human bomb threatens to turn a birthing class into a real blast.
Holding a bunch of pregnant women hostage? This whole place is going up!
On Diagnosis Murder, it's all CBS Thursday.
At some drugstores, they seem to think people only get sick between 9 and 5. At Save-On, we know better. When most everybody else is closed, there's a Save-On pharmacy near you that's open all day, all night, all year. At Save-On, you can count on people who care.
We would have to relocate. And Sherry, what are we going to do about Sherry?
Cats have many jobs. Pay them well. Sheba has less fat than Fancy Feast and offers a wide variety of delicious gourmet flavors. Sheba, love every day.
The athletes arrive in Nagano. We'll take you there live at 11.
The Olympic Winter Games return to CBS. Share a moment with the world.
New Year's Eve, 1989. I remember the dacha in the country along the Volga River. And I remember our friend Alexander and my dear Sergei.
Sergei decides to spend the holiday in Moscow with their friend Alexander Fadeev. Because Sergei will not be coming to the country with her family, Katya gives him his gift in advance, a bottle of sweet liqueur called Paradise, and a gentle kiss on the cheek. After a couple of sips of Paradise, the boys change their minds and hitchhike a ride to the dacha in the woods.
Sergei and Alexander showed up over there right before the New Year's Eve, and they were a little bit drunk because they probably drank some of this Paradise liqueur, and they were looking very funny and they were joking, and so I was very, very happy that they decided to come. And Sergei come to me and said, let's go to the sauna and let's take sauna before the New Year's Eve. It's a very good idea. So we went to the sauna.
It was freezing there, and then slowly, as the sauna was warming up, and we just have good fun. The three of us, good. It's kind of like it's kind of like warm friendship.
So we sit at the table and we talk, and we had Sergei made a little toast.
I kind of like feel a little bit uncomfortable because I see that between two of them something is gonna happen, or maybe it's happened already. Maybe they need the room or something. And I spent a lot of time inside the sauna.
After Alexander left, Sergei just had something, feel a little bit shy, and I wasn't sure because I didn't feel very comfortable to be one by one with him too. And he said that, Katya, I have to talk to you about something. I have to say you a very important thing. I said, okay, let's talk. Sergei just said, Katya, why don't we kiss?
Давай поцелуемся.
Давай. So after I left the sauna, I was a different person. I was a totally different person because I could not believe that it's happened with me. I could not believe that I was thinking why I am such a lucky girl.
Katya and Sergei are in love. Fate seems to be in their corner, soon landing the young lovers in the most romantic city in the world, Paris, for the 1989 World Championships. Perhaps the distraction of being in love and in Paris will cause Katya and Sergei to lose focus at the competition. It doesn't. They win anyway, skating better than ever.
I just remember that was probably the first time when I didn't pay too much attention on the competition. I paid much more attention on Sergei, and that we spent time together, and we always together, and then everyone looking at us maybe different way that we together most of the time, and we probably a lot of people find out that we have feelings to each other. And it was Paris, it was spring, you know, walking there and hugging and kissing, and just this wonderful feeling of spring. There's no parents or anyone. This was the time when you don't see anyone except the person you love, and that was that time for us.
Cold season is a great time to take Centrum. Medical studies suggest the mineral zinc may be key in helping to keep our immune system strong. Centrum has the zinc you need, plus other important nutrients.
Centrum, always complete from A to zinc.
Hey, how fast can you get to McDonald's? Because starting Friday, 2 Big Macs are just $2, and 2 Morning Fresh Sausage McMuffins with egg are just $2.
I'm up for that.
Did somebody say McDonald's? Proud to feed the world's Olympic athletes.
Good morning, America, how are you?
America's favorite overnight relief announces new X-Lax with Senna, a natural active ingredient.
Good morning, America.
Still works overnight, and 4 out of 5 users agree it's gentle. New X-Lax, so dependable, it's guaranteed.
Good morning, America, how are you?
New X-Lax with natural Senna.
Good morning, America.
Guaranteed.
I didn't have time to eat right. I was constantly on the go. All I was doing is grabbing junk food. I tried all these diets. None of them worked for me. Before I knew it, I put on weight. I have lost 22 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. This has been the easiest plan I've ever been on. One shake a day, just shake and go. It tastes great. It gave me the energy I needed.
23 vitamins and minerals, protein, calcium, fiber, all the balanced nutrition like a healthy meal.
Slim Fast takes care of my body.
Slim Fast, balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
I couldn't be happier.
I tried Ultra-Thins with tabs, thinking tabs were just like wings. I had to leave a party with my jacket tied around my waist. Shouldn't have happened, but now I know why it did. Look how much Pantene Always Ultra Wing protects. Now see how small this tab is? No wonder that pad let me down. Wings protect better than tabs, and only Always has them. I'm not risking tabs again. From now on, I'm sticking with real wings.
Genuine Always wings for the extra protection you can only get with wings.
Come in and see how we look, see how we feel. So many styles to see. The look is today, for work or for play, 'cause we dress the family.
I think the quality is really good, and especially for the price. The colors are bright and vibrant, and we love all the new styles at Walmart.
At Walmart, there's a style to make you smile.
Beyond Top Secret. Earlier this evening, we took you for a look inside America's most secret spy agency. Tomorrow, how good are the pictures they get? Can you really read a newspaper headline from way up in space? And Friday, an Olympic preview. Who to watch for in the Winter Games. 2 great stories, 1 great broadcast. The CBS Evening News.
Jenny Mino and Todd Sand on the ice, they're intense, inspired, and in love. Sparks started to fly at the 92 Games. He proposed at the 94 Olympics. Now they prepare for another extraordinary date, the Olympic pairs competition. An unforgettable night to skate. Share a moment with the world.
To find the kind of happiness I had with Sergei is impossible. Not that every day was a joy. We had to struggle with the problems all athletes must face: stress, pain, and age.
1990. Katya is 18. The year before, her body had begun going through changes. She has had to adapt her skating, her rhythms, her timing, learn the jumps all over again. After thousands of lifts and throws, Sergei too is sensing a difference in his smooth skating style. Now 22, he's begun to feel deep pain in his shoulder. The concerns have reversed for Katya and Sergei. Now the skating's in question, not their love. Playing to their strength, choreographer Marina Zueva creates a program perfectly suited to the early bloom of romance. Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet.
The actual music is so strong and so full of love. We had those first feelings because we were in love, but also it was kind of very young love because we wasn't sure if it will be strong or not. And this is exactly what's happened with Romeo and Juliet.
But a month later, at the World Championships, the elegance expected of a typical Gordeeva and Grinkov performance is missing. They are disappointing both themselves and their fans.
Another set of side-by-side jumps, double axles in a combination. She singled hers, could not do anything with the landing. Disastrous. Final move. Forward inside death spiral. This might be the weakest performance I've seen them do in 2 years. maybe ever.
We started to talk more and more that we're a little bit tired and we want to spend more time off the ice and we want to be more relaxed and spend more time together. And we also were thinking that we're not learning anything new and we kind of stuck. And it's why our skating is not getting better.
In March 1990, Katya and Sergei opt for a change. They rejoin the Tom Collins Tour in the United States, a welcome break from the pressure of amateur competitions, physically and mentally. For now, all is well again. Then, late one night in Washington, D.C., the telephone rings with news for Sergei.
Yeah, I remember that night because I've been sharing a room with Sergei, and he's got a call from Moscow, and someone called him and told his father died. Just sit for a minute or two and did nothing, just kind of get into himself. And after that, he stepped out the room and went outside.
And I didn't know what to say, and I just come up to him and just give him a hug, and I didn't know what. I didn't know what to tell him because I never had in my family deaths, and I didn't know how to handle it,
That he and Katya make a life together. First step, drop their amateur status and turn professional. Less pressure, more security, and happiness.
We were very happy about it, and we thought, great, we have so much time now that we can learn new elements, we can heal Sergei's shoulder, we can go earn money as a professionals.
The transition to professional skating goes smoothly. A confident Sergei decides it's time for another giant step.
We were walking and Sergei said that I want to give you a ring so you will always remember me and always will wear this. And so we went to the antique store and he got me this ring. We chose it together. He liked it and I liked it, and so I don't take it off since.
The wedding is set for April 1991. An intimate ceremony in a small Russian Orthodox church in Moscow. The groom is 24 years old, the bride just 19.
Everything was beautiful. Sergei looked wonderful, and we have so many friends. We have to dance the waltz, and I don't remember if we ever danced waltz together on the floor, and that was a quite experience but Sergei held me very strong, and we danced it. But I remember that I was afraid because I thought everyone's gonna laugh at us because we don't know how to dance this waltz.
They had met on a skating rink 8 years before. On this day, the circle of partnership, friendship, and love is complete.
I like to be in control, and I always felt I was in control until I tried to stop smoking. Nicorette was my kind of help, there to serve. My needs, my schedule. When I got a craving, Nicorette helped me through that craving. I called the shots. Nicorette was just the bullet. So I never lost that feeling of being in control. After all, Nicorette couldn't have stopped smoking without me.
Nicorette gum helps you fight your cravings, your habit, your way. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
We worry about too much TV.
Eating too much candy?
But too much cold medicine, we had no idea.
Now, we've switched to Triaminic, so we only treat the symptoms they have.
And there's no chance of side effects from unnecessary medicine.
Triaminic lets you choose the right relief without the worry.
Now through Valentine's Day, you can get the Zales Valentine Keepsake Box, filled with chocolate hearts and a diamond heart pendant, all for just $99. What a sweet idea. Only at Zales.
The Quilted Northern Quilters.
First day? Yes, I'm really nervous.
Don't worry, doll. Just keep quilting.
Because that's what makes Quilted Northern so absorbent. Absorbent? I thought it was quilted to be pretty. It's quilted to create thousands of quilted places for moisture to go.
Not like those flat as a pancake sheets made down the street. All that absorbency leaves you feeling clean.
Nice job, dear. Thanks.
Quilted Northern, quilted to absorb.
Looking for more space? Try the next Century. It's got the most interior space of any vehicle in its class. Because extra space is one luxurious touch that's appreciated by families everywhere. The new Century by Buick is also a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, making Century one of the best values on earth.
Brought to you by Maxwell House. As long as little boys want to grow up to be just like their dads. You're a coffee lover, aren't you? As long as we never forget who we are and where we came from. Just as long as the road always leads home, Maxwell House will always be good to the last drop.
My Sergei will continue.
Coming to CBS 2 News, Thursday. Before she skates for the gold, before the world knows her name, find out how a little girl from Torrance became a figure skating champion. An intimate portrait of Michelle Kwan. Then Friday, are these the last of the California gray whales? Special assignment travels to a secret lagoon for answers. And Saturday, celebrity autographs for sale. But how do you know you're getting the real thing? Special assignment investigates, starting Thursday at 11, only on CBS 2 News.
When people dismantled oil platforms near Santa Barbara, they projected killer whale calls to coax creatures away. It was just one part of an extensive effort to protect life in these waters. Our apologies if we startled anyone. Do people go to extraordinary lengths to keep nature safe and sound? People do.
Are you the kind of person who looks at young people and always sees potential? Do you get excited by the prospect of helping kids set and achieve goals and expectations? If so, then you have the qualities it takes to become a mentor. Because this is really what mentoring is all about. Seeing the potential in young people and helping them to see it and believe in it themselves. To learn how you can become a mentor, call 1-888-80-MENTOR and be the one to make a difference.
The Winter Olympics are on CBS 2. Share a moment with the world.
For the Olympic Winter Games, the address is CBS.
After 74 years, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, the nation of Lenin and Stalin, is tearing itself apart. Political and social change has led to a second Russian Revolution. In 1991, a new Russia is emerging, and Katya and Sergei experience the violence firsthand from across the street in her parents' apartment. Katya and Sergei spent more and more time away from their homeland's turmoil. They join the prestigious American skating tour Stars on Ice, which provides them with a satisfying and lucrative professional life. What's more, Katya and Sergei now have a chance to enrich the artistry of their skating.
Finally, we together as many hours as we want. We skate in great show together. We travel together you're thinking that you can't wish anything better because you have each other. And for myself, I knew that I have the greatest guy in the world. It was wonderful. We just didn't need anything else. It was perfect time.
For the young lovers, the future now holds other promises.
We wasn't home for a long time, and he wanted to go see friends and to hang out with them, and I was so mad because I said, you're gonna go see your friends again and you don't even want to know that I'm pregnant. And then I couldn't believe his reaction. He was like, he was telling me something too, but then he stopped and he said, oh really, it's what you just said. And I said, I probably may be pregnant and I have to go and see doctor again. And he said, why you didn't say? Because I said, because I didn't know. And he was so happy right away. He didn't want to talk about anything anymore. He just want to hold me all the time. And he said, that's great.
Katya and Sergei open yet another chapter of their storybook life, parenthood. Careers go on hold as they embark on the miraculous adventure of childbirth. Early in the morning of September 11th, 1992, in Princeton, New Jersey, the famous pairs skaters Gordeeva and Grinkov become a trio.
I wake Sergei and I said, I'm not feeling well, we probably should call hospital. Sergei started thinking what we should take with us, and I said, nothing, just take me. And let's go. And so we went there, and he kept asking me on the way there if I'm feeling well, and I tried to tell him, yes, I'm feeling very well, but I didn't really feel well. But what you can say, and I can see that he's a little scared, but I also was so happy that he learned this way to the hospital very well, because when he's so nervous, you don't probably know. We got there, they took me, and then Sergei didn't know what to do. He said, I'm probably gonna go back. And I said, maybe you shouldn't go back. Maybe you can sit here for a while.
In Russia, the man does not participate in the birth. A father's role in America is not quite as simple. The early morning hours find Katya in labor and Sergei waiting in the car outside in the parking lot. A nurse is sent to find him and hurries Sergei to Katya's bedside.
He probably wasn't very comfortable with this too, but I wasn't very comfortable, and they said that you have to be here. I mean, they said someone has to be here. And he said, no, that's fine, of course I'm gonna be here. And I can see that he never been so nervous on a competition like this. But here I can see like he was walking in the room back and forth all the time, and how are you feeling? And I was trying to say that I'm feeling perfect.
The infant Daria, nicknamed Dasha, 5 pounds 4 ounces, enters the world in perfect health.
He just sit next to me and he just hold my hand, and after all started, and I look at him and I was thinking, this is the most amazing time I ever had in my life.
With the arrival of Dasha, priorities change. Career choices must now reflect the needs of 3. When Katya returns to the ice, she expresses her love of husband and child in the taped introduction to a new routine. Called Reverie, it is the story of their happiness.
I feel very lucky. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm skating together with men who very love me, and I love him very much too. And now we have a baby. I feel like I'm luckiest woman in the world. I was feeling that I'm the luckiest woman in the world right now, because I was feeling so much older than and so much wiser than everyone else, because I have Daria now, I have a child, and I know what is this, all these medals is nothing compared to this. And I also have husband with me, and I skate with him, and we were so happy. I was very, very happy that I finally feel that, yes, Sergei is the man who, even if everything will be bad, he would never leave me. If something even will happen with me, he would never leave me. He would be always with me and support me and will take care of me and Daria.
Together, they make a joyful family and are thrilled by yet another unexpected opportunity. A return to the Olympics. The International Skating Union has allowed a rules change. Professional skaters will be permitted to compete at the 1994 Olympics in Lillehammer.
In '88 in Calgary, I was feeling that I didn't value the competition as much as I can do it now. There was something very special. We just did it together. The other Olympics we did separate. We were athletes. We did our competition. This Olympic, we were family, and now we definitely did it for each other and for Daria.
The weeks and months of training are exhausting but rewarding. In Moscow, just prior to the Games, they undergo a rigorous physical exam and receive a clean bill of health.
Сейчас мне это было легче сделать, потому что она тоже делала.
Медленнее делала.
With the eyes of the world turned to Norway in February of 1994, Katya and Sergei are thinking only of 3 special television viewers in Moscow.
I couldn't remember a lot of things from '88. And, you know, you grow up and you realize more things. In Lillehammer, I just like a sponge. I just wanted to feel myself with a lot of feelings, so I will remember them forever, because I obviously can understand that it will be my last Olympics then.
Gordeeva and Grinkov make one more dream reality. They win their second Olympic gold medal. For a much-needed chance to relax and plan for the family's future, Katya, Sergei, and Daria moved to Simsbury, Connecticut, a real home of their own for the first time. Life is good.
Смотри, то с этой стороны, то с этой стороны.
Какой интересный дядя. Да. Хороший.
Хороший гусь.
Плохой. Finally, you realizing that yes, this is your man, this is your husband, and he is also father of your daughter. And I mean, this is what you need in life. Those minutes will be the most important in life.
Why does Tums control acid faster than Pepsid AC? Because they work on your stomach acid in totally different ways. Tums calcium naturally, rapidly neutralizes acid so it works fast. Pepsid AC's famotidine has to travel through your bloodstream, so it takes at least 40 minutes to block natural acid production. So why does Tums work on acid faster and cost less, and Pepsid AC works slower and costs more?
Good question.
Tums.
Road and Track called the distinctively redesigned Mazda 626 the best-kept secret in its class. But when you have a car that's this striking, it's bound to attract a lot of attention. The all-new Mazda 626, complete with built-in zoom. See yourself in the Mazda 626 for only $219 a month.
Sleep tight, my love. Good night, my love. Remember that you're mine, sweetheart.
Before, after, never before have you felt like this after. Fresh deodorant caress before you dress and feel fresh long after. Fresh deodorant caress, same rich moisturizer, same caress softness, but there's gentle deodorant too for a shower fresh feeling that lasts long after. Caress before. Fresh deodorant caress.
This is gonna cost you.
A Big Mac extra value meal, perhaps?
Hands up, Twinkle Toes.
Did somebody say McDonald's? Proud to feed the world's Olympic athletes.
My Sergei, the story of Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov, is now available for your home video collection by calling 1-800-747-7999. To order your copy for just $19.98 plus $4.95 shipping and handling, call 1-800-747-7999.
Life was going so well. Gold medals and successful career, laughing beautiful child who made every day a moment to look forward to. I had my favorite man around me all the time. I had so little experience with the sadness of life.
Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he comes my way, I'll do my best to make him stay. He'll look at me and smile, I'll understand. And in a little while, he'll take my hand, and though it seems absurd, I know we both won't say a word. Maybe I shall meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still, I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. He'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I
The choreography expresses a breathtaking romantic spirit, a quality within the skaters captured perfectly at the right time in their lives. It is seen and enjoyed by audiences through the spring of 1995, and then never performed again. On the morning of November 20th, 1995, Lake Placid Emergency Services rushed Sergei to a nearby hospital.
So we were waiting, and then there's a lady and man came, and she started to saying that they did this and they did this and they tried to do this, and she said that we can't save him. She said we lost him. I couldn't. It just took me a time to translate for myself and to kind of realize this, and I didn't know what even to say. I just didn't want her to say this. I couldn't cry, I couldn't say anything, couldn't scream, couldn't do anything. Just seems like my whole emotions all stopped, and I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what to do. I just wanted to, everything stopped, and no one, especially this lady who told me about everything, I didn't want her to say this. And
an autopsy reveals that Sergei died of coronary disease, 2 of the arteries to his heart completely blocked.
And I said, are you sure? You're talking somebody else, another Russian, not Sergei Grinkov.
I just think it's not right. It's something wrong with that. I don't know, Mother Nature can't do it to him. Just shocked.
Losing someone you love, losing someone who's part of your family. And it was very scary, and No one wanted to believe it.
First of all, I wasn't really believe I won't see him again, and like don't see his smile, and just can't really, never can say hi, Sergei. That was really hard for me too.
Sergei was a wonderful husband and a perfect son-in-law. What can be added to this? The only thing I can tell you, I buried my son. It was not my son-in-law who passed away.
Just have known them and to spend as much time as I have with them. I mean, my life is so much better. You know, he was mój большой друг. And I miss him. Every performance, they showed themselves. You saw the romance, and you saw the passion, and you saw the depth of feeling and love they had for each other. And that came out every single time. Their time and their space is separate from the rest of skating history.
These years, I think, was the best years in my life, and anything I will do in my future, I don't think I will get so much happiness that I did with Sergei. I just don't think it really possible, because I'm really disappointed with life now. I will take care of Daria. She'll be a very happy girl, happiest ever. I hope people will find time to really appreciate these little minutes with each other, that they can just smile to each other and say that they love each other. Just one extra time, just one extra word. It's so important, very important.
The skating community plans a tribute to Sergei, entitled Celebration of a Life. Just 3 months after Sergei's death, Katya takes the ice once again, cautiously stepping into the future.
No matter what lies ahead, the best years of my life will have been with Sergei. I still have my skating, and most important of all, I have Daria. She's so much a part of Sergei and so much a part of my future. That future seems less frightening to me, less sad than it did. And I approached it with hope and resolve, and always with memories of my Sergei.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Remember the good times that we had. Let them slip away from us when things got bad. Clearly I first saw you smiling in the sun. I wanna feel your warmth upon me. I wanna be the one. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for memories. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories.
It's the Eggo everyone's waited for. New Eggo low-fat waffles.
Oh, you can just go ahead. You need the low fat more than I do.
So irresistible, people are sinking to a new low to get their hands on one. New Eggo low-fat waffles.
Go ahead. You need the low fat more than I do.
How How low would you go not to let go?
You need the low fat more than I do. You need the low.
When my son David has a cold, he's powerless. So when he's all congested, I know it does the trick. Robitussin Cold. It has the power to make even the worst cold symptoms. Well, you know.
Robitussin Cold, recommended by Dr. Mom, Copperfield.
These days, most kids' juice drinks are made with so many scientific ingredients they hardly have room for any juice. Introducing Tropicana Bursters, 3 flavors of 100% delicious juice. Tropicana Bursters, perfect.
Tonight on Dave.
They'll put a spring in your step and a smile on your face.
Blues Brothers Dan Aykroyd and Naomi Campbell, only on The Late Show.
A child with a rare disorder.
Rasmussen's encephalitis.
You want to take out half my kid's brain.
If we don't operate, Carly will die.
All new Chicago Hope, CBS Next.
Nagano, Japan opens her arms and welcomes the world. On Friday, the Olympic Winter Games begin with a spectacular opening ceremony.